Hello, and here's another PowerPoint presentation with me explaining things that are already on the screen. But this is what we've got in 11.2 as the grammar in our book, and from the previous book I used a year ago or 2 years ago. Here's some more information about relative pronouns that use ever connected onto the end of them. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Again, as you go through this, you can stop the video or pause the video if you need to think about an answer before I give you the information, just to check that you're understanding what the correct answer is. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to be talking about relative pronouns that have the suffix ever stuck on to the end of them. And let's look at somebody speaking and see which relative pronoun she's using and what is the structure that follows the relative pronoun, because different structures follow different relative pronouns and some are more flexible than others. Okay. In this case, the woman is saying, "Don't look so worried. You can take the exam whenever you feel you're ready to." The relative pronoun here is whenever, and it's followed by a clause with a new subject. Whenever you feel you're ready to. Whenever here means at any time, without really knowing when. It could be any time. Let's identify some more relative pronouns and also look at what comes after them when they have ever attached to the end. And what is the meaning in each sentence? Sentence number 1, whatever age you choose to start studying, you'll find it worthwhile. The relative pronoun is whatever, and it's followed simply by an object, or a noun in this case, whatever age, and then the verb, you choose to start studying. And it means it doesn't matter the age, it's not important, or we don't know the age, it could be any age. Whatever here is followed by an object. Whenever she learns a new skill, in this case it means every time she learns a new skill. We're not talking specifically about one time. Whenever is followed here by just the subject and the verb for that subject. Whoever wins the prize will become famous. Whoever here, again, is followed simply by the verb. Whoever, in this case, is the subject of the verb itself. And again, whoever means that we don't know who it is. It could be anybody who is able to win the prize. Whoever here is followed by a verb. Here's a tip at the bottom. Again, if you add ever to what, when, how, who and where, most of the question words, you can talk about an unknown or general thing or person, etc. Here are some more examples. You can purchase whatever toy you like. Of all the toys in the toy shop, it doesn't matter. You can buy any one. I want to study medicine wherever I go to university. Again, it doesn't matter which university it is. It could be any university. He won't impress me, however hard he tries. In whatever manner he tries to impress me, it won't work. I will not be impressed. Whatever he does, however hard he tries. Notice how however is followed by an adjective in this case. The main lecture hall at my university is packed whenever the professor gives a lecture, meaning every time or any time the professor gives a lecture. And finally, whoever told you that was wrong, meaning the specific person in this case, but I don't know who it is. It could be anybody from my point of view. Whoever told you that was wrong. Okay, they were wrong when they told you that. So whatever has two structures. The first one is simply with the subject and the verb. He always said whatever he thought, even if it was rude. and it's also followed by the object and then the subject and verb. You can study whatever subject you want at university. Whoever is followed by a verb. Whoever said learning a language was easy must have been joking. And again, with whoever, often we're talking about a specific person, but we don't know who that person was. Whenever and however and wherever are followed again by the subject and a verb. He makes friends easily, or very easily, wherever he works. He makes friends very easily, however difficult his friends are. He makes friends very easily wherever he goes. Okay, now then, let's see if you can answer some questions using whoever, whatever, wherever, etc. We use relative pronouns with ever to talk about an unknown or general person, thing, place, time, or manner. I'll give you a chance to pause the video and think about the answer that you would put in these three questions. Pause the video now. Okay, let's look at the answers here. Wherever, again, the clue here is in fact in the clue itself. Whenever, again, we're talking about time. However, we're talking about the way something's done. Here are more sentences, 4 more beginnings and 4 endings. Can you join them together successfully? Again, pause the video and switch it back on to check your answers. Okay, I can work on my tablet wherever I may be. I could be at home, I could be on the bus, wherever. I get very nervous whenever I take an oral exam. Every time I take an oral exam. I'll accept the college's decision, whoever they choose. It doesn't matter which person is chosen. I will be happy with the choice. Whatever we learn today, it'll be out of date in 10 years' time. Okay. Here is another mini exercise. Again, can you put the correct relative pronoun with ever and use the verb that's given for you? Pause the video to think about your answers. Okay, let's look at the answers. Whoever devised this program has made a lot of money from it. The great thing about online courses is they can be followed by anyone wherever they are. And finally, contact me online whenever you need to. Here are some topics you can talk about if you have the opportunity to link up by Skype or some other technology with one of your classmates. Then try talking about these topics and use the relative pronouns with ever to talk about them. So, here's the grammar wrap-up, just to finish off what we've been looking at. Which relative pronoun can you use to say these 5 different things? Again, pause the video just to think for a moment, and then I'll give you the answers. Okay, were your answers these? Whatever for anything, wherever for it doesn't matter where, whoever for the unknown person, whenever for any time or every time that something happens, and however for any way that something is done. Well, I hope that that has been useful for you, and that if you do find it useful, let me know and I can make more of these explanatory videos for you. See you soon. Take care.